And the energy that's coming in from the prior month of November is the Ten of Swords. So you were letting something go in November, something really heavy, something deep that was really hard. So you could have been breaking up in a relationship or quitting a job. It could even be that you are starting to discover yourself. And for some, it's like kind of in a way like coming out of the closet kind of energy of recognizing who you are, who you've always been, and accepting that. All right, so then we have the Knight of Discs. Knight of Swords, wow. King of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands in reverse. Can we say hella people here? Wow. And then Queen of Discs, Transformation reversed, Eight of Swords reversed, Four of Discs reversed, Five of Wands, the Chariot reversed, and then the Nine of Wands reversed. Okay. Gemini. So we do have a bunch of people in your midst in December, and that often happens in December where we reconnect with people we haven't talked to in a while, wishing them happy holidays, sending them cards, all that kind of stuff. And the unfortunate thing is that not all of them are in the upright for you, okay? So we have the Knight of Discs, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Discs all in the upright. Now the Knight of Swords I would like to say is more of a message, but I feel like they're the bridge between the good, like the positive, and the more challenging energies, because the King of Wands reverse, the Page of Wands reverse, are in cahoots with one another, okay? They're in cahoots in your life. So these are fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. And they're working together against you for some reason. So I'm trying to figure out what in the world, like why are they working against you? Why would they do that? And what, like the Chariot in reverse down here, and Transformation in reverse. I'm sorry, Gemini, this is a complicated reading. Transformation in reverse, Chariot in reverse. I mean, it's like you're not letting something go. It's like the Ace of Swords was like you let it go in November and then it pops back up and you have to deal with it again. And so it's stilting you from moving forward into what you want to do. And so you're like constantly fighting, battling with what you know is right, what you need to do versus what the reality is and what's happening. And so you do have you have people on your side. The Queen of Discs, which is an earth sign, so that's going to be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. They really love you and care about you, but they kind of, are steering you in a way the wrong way, out of the situation, away from the situation. Like kind of trying to be passive aggressive, saying, well, you don't have to deal with it right now, do you? And the Knight of Discs, I feel like, is more of a friend energy coming in and saying, hey, I got some information for you to deal with this situation. Or they're helping you. Like, I feel like, in a duel, when two people are dueling, they have two people speak for them and come to the center and talk. And then if they can't figure out an okay ending, then, you go into the duel. Well, I feel like it's like this is like the Knight of Discs and the Knight of Swords are doing this for you and these two people who are opposing you. Like you each have someone who is representing you. So it could be lawyers, actually. It could be like an attorney. Like some of you guys could be going to court. But yeah, I get this energy of like the Knight of Discs, this earth energy is standing up representing you and fighting against the Knight of Swords. And so the thing is with this Knight of Swords energy, and it's kind of like the link to these people, I don't trust them. I don't trust them in this situation. I don't trust them to be honest and to do what's right. I feel like they're going to undermine, cut, do what they have to make sure that these people win. And so having like this Eight of Swords in reverse, it's like when it's upright, it's this energy of, I don't know, I feel lost, I feel caged, I can't figure it out. And when it's in reverse, it's like, now you can see what you need to do, but you just flipping can't get there. You're like, oh, I know what I need to do, but I have to take care of this stupid situation before I do anything. And so it's like, and this is like overwhelming your whole life, this fight with these two people. And it could be one person and they have support or they have a child. This could be a divorce situation, a breakup, where the Knight of Wands in reverse is like lying and cheating and telling lies to your child in a way. And they believe him. They believe this king, which is devastating for you, because it's like, how are you gonna come back from that? Now, usually I like to just keep it here, but I really feel like right in the center, like my guides are like, pull one more card for the Gemini. Another person. A Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. So okay, I see why they wanted me to pull this. So Gemini, the energy that's happening here is like you're in a battle with somebody. But you cannot let this situation overcome everything and let everything else crumble. All right, because this is devastating in some regards because you had hoped that it would work out and you had put a lot of energy and life and love into it and it didn't pan out. However, like with the Chariot in reverse, it's like you have things that are worth carrying on, but you're not giving them energy, you're not giving them love. But the reason why it's like you're not giving them love, I can see, is because you're like, you just don't feel like it's worth it and you don't feel like you should be putting your time and energy into that. But you should, it's like I feel like Gemini, December's going to be trying on you. It's going to be complicated and you have to focus on the things that you have the capacity to shift. And you can't shift the minds of these people because they are ruthless and they just want to win at any cost. So you have a Queen of Discs, and I feel like it is a really motherly, loving energy that's coming up. So it's either a really close friend who takes great care of you, or it is like your mother, aunt, or someone like that. I also, Gemini, kind of get the sense too that maybe this mother figure could pass, or you lose this Queen of Discs in some capacity, and you can't. You feel like you can't go on without them. And in the midst of this, like the people who they're connected to through this Queen of Discs are doing some pretty shisty stuff. And it's really hard. Like this reading is complicated and heavy. It's a very heavy reading. And those who have seen my readings before know, like I always look to the cards to raise you up to your highest potential, to your highest vibration. That's my whole job, is even in like this darkness for you to recognize that there's something here that you need to learn. No matter how difficult or challenging it is, you have to learn it so that you can be the best you. And so you can't fight that. Like you can't change this situation, but what you can change is how you react to it. Okay, and so like this fighting of wands, the fighting of wands, the Five of Wands, which is kind of like the fighting of wands, is like fighting, battling is not going to move you forward. It's not going to be productive for you. You have to stand in your truth and your strength, stand up for what is right, but recognize that you can't change other people. And so think smart. Think smart. All right, let's pull from the visionary cards. Gemini, I wish I had more for you. The Gate of Knowledge. Okay. It's a beautiful card. I keep thinking, I'm thinking I'm going to buy this print. It's so pretty. The Gate of Knowledge. The Gate of Knowledge symbolizes the opening of the gate of new dimensions of knowledge, those moments in time of sudden insight and intuition. It represents the beginning of a spiritual or shamanic journey, or the entrance into a new and other realm. This higher knowledge is available and accessible to everyone. You only need the right conditions and state of mind to attain it. There is an intuitive component involved, knowledge that is not fully possible to understand, yet recognizable once it is received, and able to be fully experienced from that point onward. So like I was saying earlier, is that, like, there's something here that you need to learn, and in a way, it's like I feel like it's the collective card. Go watch the collective video of forgiveness. You have to learn to forgive not only these people, but yourself. Like, you have to forgive them. You have to forgive also this Queen of Discs. Like the loss of this, maybe. I do feel like some of you guys will be losing someone close to you, And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't like saying that. I don't. But when it's there. So I know that some of you during the holidays will be having to let go of somebody who you love. But a lot of times in the grief process, we go through this, how dare you die on me? How dare you leave me? How dare you go away from me? Do you know what you've done to me? And this anger and for them leaving. I mean, it's not always death. It could be that they just move away or they, can't be with you. But we get this anger, like, how dare you leave? And so you have to forgive. You have to forgive. Like, I forgive myself for being angry about that, but I also forgive you. I forgive you in this relationship because you are doing the best you can as well as I am. All right. So through this gate of knowledge, through this gate of wisdom, of attaining a new level, which in order to obtain a new level, you have to cultivate, you have to persevere, you have to endure. And just like any athlete, any situation, creating that takes strength, time, blood, sweat, and tears. And so this gate of knowledge is not easy. It's not, a walk in the rose garden. It is a walk in the rose garden, actually. It's perfectly a walk in the rose garden because you're walking through, smelling the beautiful roses, but you're getting pricked by its thorns, too. So know that this too shall pass, and it will pass quicker if you embrace the positive energy within you, forgive those who are doing you wrong, stay strong, keep your boundaries healthy, but rise above, walk strong.